Next hour, Kamala Harris is expected to leave D.C. and head to Philadelphia, where she'll meet up with her new running mate, Tim Walz, for their big rally later this afternoon. Crowds gathered outside the governor's house in St. Paul to cheer him on as he left earlier today. But while Walz is clearly popular with his neighbors, tonight will be his big chance to make a first impression on a broad section of the public who have never heard of him. I want to bring in David Plouffe, senior advisor to the Harris-Walz campaign. Good to see you. Why Tim Walz?
Well, Chris, Vice President Harris will speak to that in a few hours, but I think his strengths are undeniable. You know, his background, a teacher, football coach, grew up in a small town, successful member of Congress, by the way, representing a deep red congressional district, successful governor, largest tax cut passed in Minnesota history aimed at working families, paid in medical leave, real accomplishments. And clearly he's a talented communicator. And I think he'll be able to travel across the 7 battleground states in the congressional district in Nebraska and make the case for Kamala Harris. And if she wins, he'll be a great governing partner. By the way, he has D.C. experience as well as state experience, just like Kamala Harris with state and local. The Trump Vance ticket is all D.C. in terms of their government experience, which I think is a big distinction. But I'm excited about him in terms of what he's going to mean for the next 92 days. And again, I think he'll be a tremendous governing partner for Kamala Harris when she becomes our next president.
Our folks on the ground say he has just landed in Philly, where, again, that rally is going to take place a little bit later. Last night, he told voters, and I'm quoting, "We've got an opportunity in front of us. We've got a chance to spread joy. We've got a chance to put an end to the division in this country." And joy's a great message, theoretically, but then again, voters always say, for example, they don't like negative ads, and then the research shows that they work. So talk to me about the campaign strategy. Will you message as tough as the Trump campaign gives you?
Well, yeah, Chris, you're not going to win on joy alone, but I do think it's an important distinction. So Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, both very tough, have taken on tough problems, seized tough opportunities. And I think that obviously voters care about what you're going to do for them in the next 4 years. And so your ideas and your policies, particularly the contrast of Trump and Vance, who would rain destruction down on American families with their misguided economic policies. But I do think they're both happy warriors, and that matters. I mean, the Trump-Vance ticket is just incredibly dark, negative about the country, kind of captured in the Fox bubble, where you blame everybody for everything. And I think that's a distinction. In my career in politics, which is longer than I'd like, joy alone won't win you, but it's a great combination with the right ideas and the right message. When you're out there, you like being with people. You believe in this country. You know that we've got challenges, but you know we also have opportunities. And to be upbeat about that and to believe in this country, I think is really important. So I think that's going to be an important part. I mean, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz know how to engage with people, to laugh with them, to smile with them. And, the Trump-Vance is kind of a sinister, dark, visual presentation. So again, I think that's an important contrast in these next 92 days.
So you mentioned the bubble, and I noted that you said earlier today that Republican candidates are only comfortable answering questions in the Fox News bubble. But it's also true Kamala Harris hasn't done any extended interviews since she became the nominee, and before that, the presumptive nominee. Why not, and when will she?
Well, Chris, she's obviously done a lot of interviews through her career, and she'll do them in this presidential campaign as well, as will Governor Walz. So
soon,
voters will
very soon.
Well, I'm not making news today, but yeah, I think so interviews are important, town halls are important, engagement with voters are important. Probably the most important thing in a presidential campaign, in my experience, and we were reminded of this again in last June, late June, presidential debates matter. And, Donald Trump agreed to one. Now he's ducking out of it, sort of cowardly saying he's not going to debate. So we'll ultimately see. I think it's important for Americans to see these two candidates, one of who's going to be their next president, on the debate stage. I think it's also important that Governor Walz and J.D. Vance debate as well. So hopefully that ticket will get its act together, stop sort of cowering in the corner, and get out and make their case. So I think voters are going to have every opportunity to learn. As you mentioned, Governor Walz is not very well known, so it's an opportunity to introduce himself, tonight being the first opportunity really to a large audience. And even Kamala Harris, filling in her important background, her accomplishments as a prosecutor, as an attorney general, and her plans for the next 4 years. So I think that ticket will take every opportunity to reach voters. voters where they live. And again, I think the campaign's off to a great start, a lot of energy. We're starting to see, importantly, states like Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada really tighten up. So I think we're back to having 7 core battlegrounds in the 2nd Congressional District of Nebraska, which couldn't be more important in terms of your pursuit of 270 electoral votes.
Do you see the map expanding?
Well, first of all, Donald Trump spent some time going to places, like Minnesota and New Mexico. He talks about New Jersey. He's never going to win those states. So he wasted valuable time. I'll also point out, by the way, he's got the laziest. What about for the
Democrats, David? Are you looking at other states beyond the 7 we've been talking about for months?
Right now, I think that's the core 7. I mean, I think those are the ones you want to win enough of them to get the 270 electoral votes. I will point out that, as you know, Chris, Kamala Harris and Tim Walz are going to be in all of them this week. They'll continue to keep a robust schedule after that. Donald Trump, I think, has one event this week, not in a battleground state. It's an incredibly lazy schedule, and I don't know whether his stamina is challenged or his campaign doesn't think it's helpful to have him out in front of voters. But I think that's another contrast, which is I've always believed that candidates need to be out there hustling. We only have 92 days left, so you want to go to as many communities and as many battleground states as you can to make the case and build up an organization. Because when people see their candidate and their vice presidential candidate out there hustling, fighting for votes, it gets people excited. They want to get on the phone. They want to knock on doors. They want to get on social media. So I think that's another interesting thing to watch is Trump pick up his schedule because it's been extraordinarily lackadaisical over the last few weeks.
Well, I think one thing that we can just say that is not up for dispute, that it takes a lot of energy to run a presidential campaign by the candidates and by folks like you. So, David Plouffe, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. Appreciate it.